Chapter 3: Business and Global Economy. Comparing absolute and comparative advantage. The absolute advantage occurs when a country can produce a good or service for less money than other countries. The cause of this is from having a large amount of resources. Comparative advantage is when a country specializes in a production of a good or service because it is more efficient. A country may be able to produce a product faster than other countries, but choose to focus on other items because they can also produce those easily and make more money in doing so. Imports are products bought from other countries. This is called foreign trade. Without foreign trade, things we buy would cost a lot more due to the lack of resources. Without foreign trade, many things you would buy would cost a lot more or possibly not even be available. Other countries can produce some goods at a lower cost because they have more resources. Surprisingly, some consumers are willing to purchase foreign goods at a higher price than normal because they perceive the quality to be better from other countries. Exports are very similar to imports, except in this case they are being sold from a certain country to another. Exporting creates a lot of jobs for people all around the world. Foreign exchange rates are the values of a currency in one country compared with the value in another. Travelers and business people have to deal with currency exchange quite often. Current rates are posted at each exchange window. The process of exchanging one currency for another occurs in the foreign exchange market, which consists of banks. Most large banks provide currency services for businesses and consumers. When doing international business, people must understand the differences that exist among the people and the places. First, the businesses need to understand the location, climate, terrain, seaports, and natural resources of a country influenced by business activity. A nation with many rivers and ocean seaports can easily ship products for foreign trade. Second, they need to understand the culture. The main cultural and social factors that affect international business are language, religion, values, customs, and social relationships. These relationships include interactions among families, labor unions, and other organizations. Third, you need to understand their economic factors, their technology, their education system, inflation, and their exchange rates. The fourth thing you need to understand is the political and legal factors. The most common political and legal factors that affect international business activities include the type of government, the stability of the government, and the government policies towards official business. Sometimes government actions can create trade barriers, which are restrictions to free trade. These political actions are formal trade barriers. The three common formal trade barriers are quotas, tariffs, and embargoes. Governments set a limit on the quantity of products that may be imported or exported within a given period. This limit is known as a quota. Quotas may be set for many reasons. They may be set by a country to protect one of its newest industries from too much competition from abroad. This is often done by a nation to shield its infant industries, which need protection to get started. Another type of way the government controls international trade is called the tariff. A tariff is a tax that a government places on certain imported products. The last main way a government can control international trade is by removing an export-import completely. This is called embargo. Majority of the time, governments want to protect their industries from international competition more than either the quota or the tariff will achieve. International business activities can be very complex. As a result, several organizations have been created to help companies with global trade activities. One of the main organizations is the World Trade Organization, or WTO. This was created in 1995 to promote trade around the world. WTO helps countries settle trade disputes, enforce free trade agreements between its members, and some of its other goals are lowering tariffs, eliminating import quotas, and reducing barriers from banks and insurance companies. Chapter 4: Social Responsibility of Business and Government. Business ethics are rules about how businesses and their employees ought to behave. Ethical behavior involves conforming to these rules. When dealing with business ethics, a certain code of ethics was made to help make a clear statement to identify the proper employee behaviors. A code of ethics is a set of rules for guiding the actions of employees or members of an organization. Codes of ethics address topics such as confidentiality of business information. Social responsibility refers to the duty of a business to contribute to the well-being of a community. In considering its responsibility to society, a business must weigh the interests and concerns of many groups. Social responsibility actions can cause controversy. While a number of benefits exist, these actions can also have some of the common benefits of social responsibility activities are expanding justice for groups of the society, enhancing company image, reduced needs for government actions, improved quality of life in the community or around the world, and increasing awareness of social issues among workers, consumers, and others. Intellectual property is intangible with no physical characteristics. A person cannot touch it. And intellectual property includes patents, copyrights, and trademarks. When individuals or companies create new products, they may have a patent. A patent gives the inventor the sole right to make, use, or sell the item for 20 years. A copyright protects a creative work of authors, composers, and artists. Copyright protection lasts for the life of the person receiving the copyright. It also extends for 70 years after the person's death. A trademark is a word, letter, or symbol linked with a specific company or product. Businesses register company names, team emblems, and label designs with the government. A trademark can be very valuable. Many are famous all over the world and are often identified with a symbol or a logo. Most governments create a tax policy to pay for services it provides. Taxes are levied on earnings, the value of property, and on the sale price of goods and services. Your earnings as an individual are subject to income tax. Income taxes are levied on the income of individuals. The individual income tax is the largest source of revenue for the federal government.